Hello, my name is Cicely, and I am filming this from the comfort of my bedroom. And I have a few issues that I would like to address. And I would like to trigger two topics. My first topic that I would like to introduce is the term groupie. We have all been subject to this. Back in the early 1990s in the industry, women like TLC, Missy Elliott, and Queen Latifah, Remy Ma. Just to speak on Remy Ma a little bit, she went into prison because she committed a crime that harmed a young lady over a small fight. Was it worth it? Now, Remy Ma doesn't even know where she stands now in the 2000s. I use this as an example. She didn't have to wear skimpy clothes. She worked hard for her craft, just as well as Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj came from a place from New York. She networked and she did what she felt was right. She went to studios, she networked it, and she came across some people that could help her in her career. So, what has happened in the millennium? I'll tell you what. Let's start out with the definition of groupie. A groupie, a person, especially a young woman, who regularly follows a pop music group or other celebrity in the hope of meeting or greeting to know them. Derogatory, an enthusiastic or uncritical follower. Female groupies, in particular, are known for a long-standing tradition of being available for and willing to have sexual intercourse with celebrities and rock stars. Women that sleep with rappers, athletes, famous people, etc. Simply because they are famous, don't grow up to be like Cat Scats. She's a groupie. Cat Stacks, she goes around and prounces around, and she is very proud to be a groupie. She has no shame in it at all. So, what does this do to the community of women? Let's ask ourselves this question. Here in these YouTube streets, I am a follower of the injustice of men being trapped in the world of the groupies. What are the groupies' agenda? That's the question to be asked here today. Myself, and I'm also in the industry. I chose not to be a groupie. I chose to stand on my own 10 toes deep without degrading myself, doing sexual acts. I brought my husband with me with every single gig that I did. I've seen some good and I've also seen some bad. Behind the scenes is completely different from what you see sitting behind the stage. In the background, you see all of these high-profile designers. You see the rappers, the singers. And for a person like me, you're trying to find your next lick. The question is, how do you gain that attention to get that next lick? Well, let's go back to the definition of groupies. Female groupies in particular are known for a long-standing tradition of being available for and willing to have sexual intercourse with celebrities and rock stars, women that sleep with rappers, athletes, famous people, etc., simply because they are famous. Don't grow up to be like cat stacks, which I mentioned before. She's a groupie, a woman, often underage, who will do anything to get closer to a person of high status, such as an up-and-coming rap star. They will often resort to sex, but can use other methods, such as obsessive research and knowledge concerning the dislikes, the likes and dislikes, habits, pet peeves, and other trivia concerning the idol. Let's pause here for a second. Case and study, Geronda Pace. She will be labeled as a stalker, a super fan, if you may say. Geronda Pace, back in 2008, she skipped school just to go to Robert Sylvester Kelly trial. So ask yourself, why would a 15, 16-year-old young lady that is supposed to be in school learning English, math, or even joining ROTC, chorus, cheerleading, any of that? We have to dig into the minds of Geronda Pace. We also have to dig into the minds of Geronda Pace's background. And what I mean by that is her parents. When I was a child, there were students that used to skip school, but there was an alert that was sent to the parents, stating to the parents, hey, your daughter missed school. We need either a note from you or a doctor's excuse for this child's absence. I'm just wondering if this or those actions ever happened. With further investigation, this 15, 16-year-old young lady was able to join in with the fake ID to be able to go inside of a court and hear things that a 15, 16-year-old has no business hearing. at all. She was able to view despicable video, hear despicable testimony of a high-profile case that no child should hear. She stood outside with this pleather jacket on in the freezing cold in Chicago. So we must ask, what was in the mindset of Geronda Pace? And also, what was in the mindset of Geronda Pace's mother? Was it greed? Was it neglect? Was it, I just don't care? Are these the reasons why our society has gone down into the gutter of the abyss? I ask myself this all the time. My children thinks that I'm paranoid, but I'm not. I have seen some things over my time. I have watched some things still to this day that frighten me, to the point where I don't drive at night. I have a very small circle. I protect my children. I don't allow my children to go to sleepovers because I don't know their parents. I don't know their parents' history. I am that parent that will allow